Okay, let's talk about anxiety. So I was talking to someone who had to give a presentation, and this person was having a lot of anxiety about this upcoming presentation they had to give. And so I was consulting them, and they, and so I wanted to share some of the things that I shared with them, because anxiety happens a lot, and it can be overcome. So first of all, I have to say that, public speaking is totally normal. Like, I once read a statistic that said like 90% of people have a fear of public speaking. So if that's you, you're not alone. And then some of the things I shared to help this person through, giving their presentation was just to remember that, the people that are watching them during this presentation and even afterwards are going to think about them for only like a minute. And then they're going to move on to their own lives, because they're all, everyone's just so distracted with their own drama. They really don't think about you as much as you think about you. So that's the first thing to remember. People don't think about you as much as you think about you. The second thing to remember is that one of the ways to overcome anxiety is, so the antidote to anxiety is action. And so taking action towards this fear that you're having. And so in this case, I talked to this person and I was like, well, start preparing your presentation, because right now it's just hanging over your head and creating more fear. Because, fear loves inaction. And so if you can start working towards it, when you are prepared, you'll have less fear. So, you've got to start taking action towards that, so in this person's case, I said, start working towards your presentation. The final thought I said was, what is the best case scenario? Because we easily think of like, what's the worst case scenario? But what is the best case scenario that can come out of this? Because our brains quickly go to the worst case scenario of like, well, what if I, stumble over my words? What if I say something stupid? We think of like the worst case scenario, right? But start thinking of like, okay, what is the best thing that could come out of this? And start visualizing that, because our brains are powerful. And don't visualize yourself sucking. Visualize yourself like actually doing a good job. And visualize how you'll feel afterwards. That's something that's really helped me. I've had to get lots of presentations, and I've had to speak on stages in front of hundreds of people. And one thing that I always do that has helped me is to start visualizing, is just to think of like how I'll feel when I'm done. And just like, okay, when I'm done, I'm going to feel so relieved. I'm going to feel so accomplished. Start visualizing that instead of visualizing, the worst case scenario. And then ask yourself, like, can I deal with the worst case scenario? And typically you can, even though, yes, maybe people judge you, or maybe people, maybe you do stutter over your words or whatever. Can I deal with that? Yeah, like, I'm not going to die. Nobody's ever died giving a presentation. So those are my 3 tips for overcoming anxiety. I hope that helps you.